Jake's Pick, Backstage Pass to the Flipside, Conversations with Bill Paxton.
The show I selected for today is called Backstage Pass to the Flipside, Conversations with Bill Paxton, purported to be a documentary. Upon seeing the title, my heart sank a little. I thought perhaps someone had gotten a spiritually pilled interview with one of my favorite actors before his passing in 2017. To my relief, upon starting to watch, these were a series of interviews conducted with Bill Paxton after he had died.
What the fuck?
Throughout the hour-and-a-half long film, director Richard Martini... That's his name. It's his real name.
What a great film noir name.
Oh, boy.
I see your mind has fared as well as mine.
Oh, mine is so gone. I was watching this on my computer. I had headphones in. And man, Julian, if you are sick of talking head interviews in yours, well, just wait. Yeah, so in this movie, director Richard Martini interviews Bill through a variety of mediums. The entire thing is comprised of one talking head after another, often in loud public spaces where the sound is catastrophically bad. I looked up this Richard Martini to see what I could find out about him.
Yes.
According to his IMDb, he is an actor, writer, and director.
Always.
And actually has some real credits. He wrote and directed a Bridget Fonda movie in 1988 called You Can't Hurry Love, and has acted in projects such as Laverne and Shirley, and a background part in Salt, starring Angelina Jolie, the action spy film that came out a while back. He claims to have met Bill Paxton in a pub in London, and the two became lifelong friends. However, over the course of the film, I kind of get the sense that this might not have been the case.
Oh my God. Imagine you're like Bill Paxton's loved ones trying to watch this shit. I mean, Christ.
Just wait. Martini has a YouTube channel titled The Martini Zone.
It's right next to the Cabo Wabo.
Yeah, that's just misleading. I mean, it feels like people would go there thinking they're going to get tips on how to prepare cocktails or something.
Yeah. The channel has over 7,000 subscribers. I didn't see any overt right-wing content on there. He appears to be mostly into extraterrestrials. There's a tribute to Billy Meyer on his channel from 2015. He also has a lot of videos in a series called Hacking the Afterlife, where Richard and various mediums try to shed some light on what happens to us after we die. Upon further investigation, it does seem like he's somewhat connected in the Hollywood circles. There's a video he uploaded speaking to Jack Nicholson at a friend's wedding.
Truth is beauty and beauty truth. We live in a sex-negative culture. Because of this, we withhold and harden in the middle, and the father is replaced by the television set in the home, for which even someone like me or the president... They just tell them to stop when it's time to sell the old iPana. Now, generationally, even early television understands that iPana is a cleansing agent for the teeth. Yes. The last time they sold a yellow toothpaste. I admired the company just for that.
So, super bizarre.
Jack Nicholson is so fucked up in that.
Oh,
he is
yeah.
so drunk. He's like losing his fucking train of thought. This man is a weird pervert. This was in 2013. He was already fucking gone.
Oh, yeah.
That video should be going around QAnon circles.
So Martini also has clips of his various, old acting roles and appearances on late night television. Here's a little clip of him on the Charles Grodin show. He's the dad from Beethoven, if you'll remember.
Of course.
Telling a story of getting mobbed by a Saudi Arabian soccer team after his referee friend declared that they had lost the match.
And as we're walking out, up to his car, we go by the Saudi bus. And the coach of the Saudi team sees Josh standing out there and just erupts, and runs off the bus, and the whole team all come off the bus, and they're running at us and screaming at us in Arabic.
Coming at Josh and
Me and Drew are walking to our car in the parking lot. We all what do you do?
They're screaming in Arabic.
Right. So I happen to know one word in Arabic. So I turn to the team and say, Mishkwais, which that's basically what they did. They all stood there shocked. The air went out of their lungs.
What does Mishkwais mean?
It means inappropriate behavior.
Okay, so
What?
we're kind of on a tangent here, but you can see the Richard Martini. He's got a piano key tie on.
My God.
It gives you a little bit of a sense. But the funniest thing is that Jerry Seinfeld was the next guest on the show that night, and he's pissed off that this guy went before him. Watch this.
With me now is Jerry Seinfeld, co-creator, producer, and star of the Emmy Award-winning comedy series Seinfeld. Now in its 7th season on NBC, Jerry has also received critical acclaim as a stand-up comic and best-selling author, and is considering a run on the independent ticket for the presidency of the United States. Would you consider running for president if nobody emerges from the pack?
Why is that guy on in front of me?
Who, Richard Martini?
That's number one. That's Mishkwais, as far as I'm concerned.
It's so amazing that we've stumbled upon this weird thing. I love that Seinfeld watched Richard Martini on the show.
Who the fuck is this guy?
The first thing he says, he's like, why is that guy on before me?
That's his number one question. Before we get to the meat of why I'm here, who the fuck was that?
So as a result of Seinfeld's complaint, Martini claims that he was banned from ever appearing on the Charles Grodin show ever again, which is not Martini's fault, let's be honest.
No.
So on to the documentary.
God.
The film opens with a behind-the-camera Martini asking questions to Jennifer Schaefer. Schaefer is a spiritual medium and has had recurring appearances on both Dr. Phil and The Ricky Lake Show. She is also the co-star of Richard Martini's Hacking the Afterlife podcast and YouTube show. After asking Bill Paxton to come forth out of the ether, Martini opens with some basic questions that I think most people who are curious about the afterlife might ask. You have been listening to a sample of a premium episode of QAnon Anonymous.
We don't run any advertising on the show, and we'd like to keep it that way.
For $5 a month, you'll get access to this episode, a new one each week, and our entire library of premium episodes.
So head on over to patreon.com/QAnon Anonymous and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I love you.
Jake loves you.